Jesse, you as a player, Kiwi and captain, what did that tonight mean to you guys?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I'm just really proud of the boys. We had a game plan and we come together early in the week and decided how we want to play, and we're able to go out and execute. Madge put a challenge to us about being the best defensive international team in the world, and I thought we went out there and we really got stuck in. They're not a small pack or a small team, and it was really physical out there, but I'm really happy with the effort towards our defence.
You seem to play with a lot of confidence for a team that hasn't been together for a couple of years. Was that part of it as well? Does that show the talent that you guys have got?
Yeah, I think it shows where our team's at, especially our players. Our spine players are playing really confidently at their clubs, and they got picked for a reason. They're back at their clubs, being the best NRL players in the competition, and we just wanted them to come in and do what they do. And I thought they led us around the park really well. Our middles, I thought our middles played really good. I thought that was their strength. Tonga, their middles are really good, and our boys really stood up and played well.
Michael, given you don't get much time together as a World Cup, did you get everything you wanted to get out of this week, including tonight?
Yeah, they were really impressive, the boys. I thought from when they first walked in the door, and it's the boys, especially Jess and a few of the more senior players, this has been 3 or 4 years in the making of where they wanted to go with the team, and it's just continually evolving. I know we've had a 2-year break, but to see the boys walk straight back into camp, they didn't miss a beat. I thought the guys that have been in and around this arena really took control of the week, and they had some really good training runs, and you could see them gel together, and the style of how we wanted to play puts pressure on the opposition, and they were able to be very strong.
Michael, just a word on your debutantes you head out there tonight.
Sorry?
Just a word on the new players you had tonight.
Yeah, I thought everyone was really strong. I thought across the park, the forwards laid a really strong foundation in the first half. And as Jesse said, they're not a small team. They're coming pretty hard at you, so there was a lot of contact. But the execution of being able to put a lot of pressure on the opposition, that's what the game's about. And I thought across all of the players, they all aimed up for each other, and we danced around a little bit in the second half, the start of the second half, which are things that we can actually have a look at and improve on. And I know there's so much more in the group in how they go about what they're doing. So I'm really looking forward to obviously the World Cup.
Did you find your long-term answer at fullback tonight?
I think I did. Yeah, I think we did, I should say. I think he ran nearly 390 something metres, so I'm sure that's a record somewhere. But he was strong. But I thought, I keep going back to they all laid a platform for each other, and Joe was catching the ball on the full off the back of really good kick pressure. Every forward worked really hard in that department to allow Joey to be able to get it and then run the ball back. So they complement each other in how they were playing tonight, which was great.
Are you quite comfortable if he doesn't play fullback for the rest of the year to chuck him straight back in there?
Well, he hasn't been playing too often at Clubland, so if he can turn up and do that each time, I'll be pretty happy with that. So, yeah.
Jesse, in a physical game like that, what's it like having Joey running for 400 metres basically?
Yeah, it's just crazy. I thought his performance was right up there with fullbacks that I've played with. But I thought the back three helped him out. They were all really good, and just on the debutants, I thought they were all outstanding. We had 4 out there, and I thought every one of them, had a red hot go.
Jesse, were you surprised at the start you got? You got to call for the lead after only 7 minutes?
I wasn't too surprised. We went out there with a game plan. We wanted to put a lot of energy into our start, and in particular our defence. And we managed to get down there quite early and stay there. I thought we built a lot of pressure early, and we were lucky to score there, and we managed to keep building pressure and run away with it in the end. But I thought it was just our start and the energy we put into that.
Michael, just give you some hints of the challenge to be the best defensive team in the world. What does that look like to you in practice?
Oh, look, I think they set a fair standard out there, but we know that we're going to have to continually work hard to achieve that. Every game's different, and different teams will come at you, but it's something there that history tells you that you need to be strong in that area to be a successful team. So we're, like probably most teams, we're setting the standard in what we want to do, and I think that's something there that the players spoke about themselves, about how they want to be seen, and it's not so much worrying about other teams. So we've got to keep working hard at that. Obviously, when we first come back into camp again at the back end of the year, but they've set a fair standard about how they want to go about things, which is fair credit to the players.
And Michael, I know you said everyone paid well, but on that new half scrum that he had.
Yeah, I thought they were really good. Brandon at dummy half, he had a strong game too. We all know what he can do there. It's just a shame he probably doesn't play there a bit more at times, but he's got a couple there that he's working with. But he was really strong, and Dylan and Jerome were excellent off the back of obviously the platform that the forwards are leading. But I thought Jerome's kicking game put us into really good positions on the field to be able to execute what we wanted to do.
Jesse, Michael also mentioned seeing the players who've been building towards this year to a World Cup. Obviously, it's a year later than it was meant to be. What is this journey sort of to get to this point been like? And I guess next time you come together and we'll be right on the for the World Cup.
Yeah, obviously the last 2 years has been really tough for international footy. I think it was really good to get the whole squad together this week, and the coaching staff and the New Zealand Rugby League brought over 24 players. I thought that was a really good idea, just to get us all together and training together and being around each other and building relationships heading into a really important back end of the year. We've got, like we said before, our spine players are all playing really good footy, and they're leaders of our team now. So it's been good to be able to spend some time together, and heading into the back of the year, it's going to be important that we stay connected.
Jesse, you mentioned 2 years break, and I think you said off the field after the game, being part of an occasion like this, even though there's a lot of red flag and red shirts out there, wasn't it, you guys to be part of an occasion like this after so long?
Yeah, just really proud to be able to come home and be the first rugby league game in New Zealand. Obviously, a lot of us haven't been able to get home, but it's really nice to come back and play in front of our fans. It's the atmosphere. I think there's nothing like it. And the Tongan community come out. They're very loud and vocal, and all the flags out there. It's crazy. You never see anything like it. So it's really nice to be a part of. I'm getting older now, and it's games like these are the ones I remember when I finish.
Well, it's still amazing everyone come out and see that atmosphere they create.
Yeah, you still get goosebumps every time to be able to go out there and perform in front of them, and the music gets going and they start singing and dancing. It's really nice to see. It's always good to come back home too after a long time being away. It's nice to see family too, so it's always good.
And Michael, World Cup obviously working later in the year. What sort of lighting standards are set for you guys as that squad moving forward towards that tournament?
Well, we've definitely set a platform about how we want to play. It's when we do come back into camp, and I'll get around to the players throughout the rest of the season and just have a chat around what they took from this game. But I think there's big steps further forward that we can take with the team as well. There's areas that we'll talk about, but they've set a platform about what they want to be.
Given what we saw tonight, is this a game that should be a regular fixture in the international?
Definitely. Yeah, we'll look at the fans. I mean, I'll back up what Jesse just spoke about. Like, the atmosphere was incredible. Just to hear the noise and up in the coach's box, you can't really get it, but it was blaring through the windows. It was excellent. And it's great for the game too, and obviously for New Zealand Rugby League.
Jesse, just one more on Joey Manu. You've played with some pretty good fullbacks at club level. Where does that performance tonight sort of rank in teams you've played with?
Yeah, I said before, it's right up there. Just the involvement. He's a different sort of body to the guys I've played with in the past. Different strengths to those guys, but it was right up there. He's beating defenders one-on-one and bringing the ball back with aggression. It's really nice to see as a forward when they put a kick in behind and you turn around and your fullback's just flying back and just getting rid of people whenever he felt like it. I don't want to say put a number on it, but he was right up there. One of the best performances I've seen from a fullback, and that's saying something. I've played with some really good fullbacks, and we've got a really good fullback at our club right now, and Joey Manu's right up there.
Jesse, just on that challenge of being with this defensive team international rugby, when you sort of hear that coming from the coach, what's your sort of instinctive reaction about what that means for you as a player and I guess your teammates as well?
I think it's exciting. I think competitions are won on defence. We all know that at NRL level, and to get our international team talking like that, just having the conversations around defence being the main focus, I think that's a team I want to be a part of, and I think that's a team that is going to